Hey, what's up, everybody? It is me, Steven, the voice of DeFi, and I was able to do an AMA with French Connected Finance today. I love doing these AMAs with these guys because it's such an interesting project. But I had pressed record a little bit into the first question that was asked, and that was talking about FCF Pay. FCF Pay being kind of the utility of FCF token that will allow almost any token to be used as a currency for payment. And I was asking, how will you onboard new tokens that want to use this service? So you'll hear me start right in the beginning here, or you'll hear French Connected start answering right here in the beginning exactly how they will take either payment from some tokens or have some of the legacy tokens like Bitcoin and Ethereum just already kind of baked into the product. Enjoy.
So now those new tokens that would want to get listed on it, they will have to pay like a subscription fee, which would be paying for the maintenance and the salaries for the team working on FCF Pay. So that would allow a bigger percentage to be sent into the dividend pool and the liquidity pool also, because 33% was gonna be used for the for the maintenance, the devs, and the salaries of FCF Pay. But now we have a new source of income coming from it.
So I just want to ask a little bit about that. So it'd be like a subscription model to be able to have that, and you're saying some of that money would go into the pool for, the different expenses that you might have. Is that what I understood? I want to make sure I'm understanding correctly.
Well, it's a lifetime fee. So let's say you are the owner of a coin and you want to be listed and featured on FCF Pay, because this would bring a lot of exposure to you and to the community, because you'll be able to have your coin accepted on a lot of platforms. But to do that, you'd have to file a file that would be linked to us, and we will have to review each token and see if they could be accepted on it. Obviously, we don't want to list scams and rug pulls on FCF Pay. We don't want to overload the payment gateway with thousands and thousands of projects that only have like 100 holders. So we have to cut through what's good and what's not good for FCF Pay.
Okay, I think that's really smart, actually, because you're right. Everybody and their dog, no pun intended, would want to be listed on FCF Pay because they would want their token to be able to use as a currency. And so you're right. Everybody would be knocking down your door. This will probably, having a fee will probably be a little bit of a filter from getting, just some of the junk tokens or coins that maybe wouldn't be on there, and only have people that were serious about getting that exposure on there. Do you have any projections? I mean, how many people even will be willing to pay for this one-time license fee for this? I mean, are you expecting tens at first, hundreds at first?
Well, the main coins are going to be free. We're not going to charge Bitcoin or Ethereum sellers and all those coins a listing fee. They're obviously legit. They have a big use case. They're going to be listed for free on it. Big tokens like, let's say, SafeMoon, Shiba Inu, projects that have a lot of holders are going to be listed for free. They have a proven track record. There's no problem. But let's say baby something wants to be listed on it. We don't want to be working for free and paying salaries to people just to list tokens on FCF Pay. So they're going to have at least $1,000 fee just to get listed. Just like Flaws. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but
I always say Flues.
Flues.
Yeah.
Let's say Flues. Flues, I personally had to pay $1,500 and I had a $1,000 discount. And I had no problem paying it. They said, okay, it's 1.5K just to be featured on it and get verified. I had no problem sending your wallet. I sent the payment because I'm the head of a legit project. I have a long-term vision. Paying that fee is not a problem when it comes to it. But a project that would want to scam or have like a very bad attitude, they would not want to pay for it. So we burn a lot of potential scam from being on FCF Pay. We don't want to have bad press coming to FCF Pay for hosting a token that ended up rugging their community.
Sure. That makes complete sense. Well, you mentioned something earlier about the beta testing, that it would take, some time, and to be able to, work out the kinks, you need a good amount of beta testing. What are you wanting to do to have beta testing over the next few weeks?
So the beta testing has been confirmed. It's going to be done on WooCommerce, which is WordPress. We had a lot of e-commerces set for Shopify testing. Shopify, they require more time than WooCommerce to approve a plugin. So the application has been made. We're going to be waiting to get it approved. So FCF Pay could be listed on their app store. But WooCommerce is going to be available right away. So if we have e-commerce's owner here that are hosted on WooCommerce, which is WordPress, you are eligible to use FCF Pay. Obviously, you won't have fees. You're going to have like super small fees on transactions just so we can see that all the tokenomics behind the fees are working correctly, but it would be almost a free transaction for the beta tester. We're going to be testing it for a month just to see if everything goes well. And then it's going to be a soft launch. We're going to get the marketing hard on it. We're going to be pushing it, but we're going to keep on testing all the time. And the gateway will progress with it. We're going to keep on building the gateway while it's launched.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
So now, since we're going to have our own server and you'll be able to go on the website of FCF, you'd be able to download FCF Pay and use it on any platform you want. So hosting our own server just made our reach way bigger. Like, by example, we have Rock Zombie. They're building an NFT game and they need a payment gateway. So we had like a verbal agreement, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be happening. They want to use FCF Pay for their platform. So they're going to be able to just download the plugin and install it on their website or their NFT game or whatever they want to install it on.
And first of all, I love Rug Zombie. I think that's great that you are working with partnering with them. But yeah, that really gives me an idea of how a token could use FCF Pay into their ecosystem, and it starts making me think just how big FCF Pay could be, because there's a lot of tokens like Rug Zombie that need a solution just like that. So let's say I'm listening right now, or I'm listening. I did start recording this a few minutes in, so we could get this recorded. But let's say I want to be a part of the beta testing program. How do I do that?
So I'm going to be announcing an email where you have to send your website. What position are you on? Do you know how to install a plugin, or do you need help? So there's going to be a form to fill. This will be announced this week. I'll send it. I'll spam it everywhere. It's going to be on the website. It's going to be all over the place. You're going to have 3 weeks to sign up for it.
Now, I'm assuming, we said earlier, some of the big, Bitcoin, Ethereum, that sort of thing, you won't be looking for a fee for. And then some of the other smaller coins, the baby, whatever, may have to pay a fee. What if they get into the beta program? Is that advantageous to them to get into the beta program?
We're not looking into coins to join us for the beta. We don't need them. We don't need them testing their coins. We can do it with FCF. Yeah, we can do it with FCF. We can do it with airdrop. We have a lot of partners. We don't need to start looking for more project to list on it.
Gotcha. That makes perfect sense, because you're right. You have enough of what you need to be able to test it from that end of things. But yeah, the merchant part probably needs a little bit. So it's been quite a few last weeks with you with FCF for exchanges. I mean, how many? It's been how many exchanges in the last month or so, or month, 40 days? How many exchanges have you listed on?
We got listed on 4, but there's one thing that you forgot to ask for.
Okay.
And it's massive. I don't know if anyone here in the group thought about it, but the metaverse, it's getting huge. Did you jump into the metaverse? Did you check it out?
I've been in lots of metaverses. Yeah. I've been in several different ones.
People selling their NFTs on the metaverse, right?
You're right. Yeah, of course. It's a great way to have a gallery and that sort of thing inside.
I've seen a shoe store. I've seen a shoe store. I've seen a lot of stuff on the metaverse. But
you can have anything.
Didn't you think that would be on the metaverse with FCF Pay also?
That's a great point. I've never thought about this, but of course, goods and services, like you said, you saw a shoe store. I've heard somebody say they were going to run a gas station for like a fuel depot within a game. There's all kinds of things. So that's great. How far along on this idea or path are you? I hadn't even considered that.
Well, we want FCF Pay to be featured into the metaverse. So now on the metaverse, you can just go in an art gallery and you see the NFT being displayed or whatever people are selling. That's an endless possibilities of what they're selling. I have no idea what people sell on the metaverse, but I know people do sell on the metaverse. So now FCF Pay, it has a merchant dashboard, meaning you can take your items and set prices for it and have a fully automated checkout for it. So that means I could go in your art gallery on the metaverse and see that you're selling an NFT and purchase it and get the bill at the checkout and select the payment I want and pay through FCF Pay, and you would get the notification that your item has sold, and this is the payment that you received. Now it's time to deliver the item.
Man, that's really great because in the metaverse, I've Decentraland, if you're familiar with that, people will buy clothes, people will buy all kinds of things that their character can wear. And there's many other types of, metaverse type projects that have that same sort of thing where you can buy digital items or you can even buy physical items. I've heard one where you can buy hot sauces and buy them in the metaverse, but actually have it sent to you in real life. So all kinds of really cool things that's a great idea there because that is kind of a next frontier is, where we all kind of go borderless and, can buy things.
It is, and I think that the metaverse will be a great place to push and market FCF Pay on it. That's the biggest targeted clientele you could find. They are all into crypto and they all want to buy and sell stuff. So having FCF Pay in it, whoa, that's huge.
It is. And I think your next marketing move, and maybe you'll tell me you're already doing this, is to approach different metaverses. There's Decentraland that I mentioned. There's another called Sandbox. There's another called Income Island, which is a airdrop partner. There's a lot of different metaverses. And maybe you at some point can start approaching them. And at some point they might start approaching you to try to get that integration in, because it will make their metaverse better to have that in there where they can take any token, like you've said, any token, and accept that as their payment inside the metaverse. So that's really good. That's really good. How long have you been sitting on that idea?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. DJ French Fellas was sharing a screen with me and he's like, yo, I jumped yesterday in the metaverse. It's huge. I'm like, oh yeah, show me that. And then he was showing me all the lands that you could buy. And I'm really thinking about buying some lands in it because I think in the future they're going to have a great resale value. And he went into an art gallery. And I'm like, wow, people actually sell NFTs in the metaverse. He's like, yeah. And then he took me to a shoe store and he guided me through it. And that idea just popped out in my head. I'm like, wow, FCF Pay could be like the pin pad where you use your debit card now in the market and the grocery store. It could be the same in the metaverse.
Man, that would be great, because I think the metaverse will be one of the things that we always talk about crypto, like being borderless and, bringing kind of the world together, because there's not that line of, country to country or anything like that. And the metaverse can kind of do that. It makes it where we're all in kind of one world. And again, it's borderless, but payments can get to be an issue because we all, do like crypto, and we all do, like you said, the whole people that are in the metaverse on the whole want to buy and sell things with crypto, but they need a way to be able to do that. And so, FCF Pay could be exactly what they need to be able to do that. So, I'm glad you had that light bulb moment that went above your head there. And hopefully, as FCF Pay grows a little bit, that can be integrated into metaverses, quite easily, because in my mind, it could be a pretty easy integration, I would think. So, we talked about exchange listings a little bit, and you've really done quite a bit. You've had 4 already in about a little bit longer than a month now. What's your plans for exchange? Are you through? Are you gonna continue to look to expand into more exchanges?
So the more I think about it, the more I'm telling myself that we've done enough when it came to exchanges. We want to stop listing on mid-tier and low-tier exchanges. We want to aim for the big dogs, let's say.
Yeah.
So we're going to stop wasting funds. I'm going to say that because those exchanges are okay exposure, but terrible volume. I don't know personally people using Coinsbit or LA token that's coming in next week. We want to be featured on the biggest exchange that you could be, which means Gate.io, KuCoin. I'm not going to say Binance because I'm going to keep getting that when Binance question.
When Binance. Yeah.
But we want to be featured on the big platforms. Those require tremendous funds. So like Bitmart, we had an agreement with them to get listed on December 18. They've been harassing me for months now to get listed on it. But for some reason, I've always had that weird gut feeling when it came to Bitmart. I'm like, so I kept postponing it. And last week, we had an agreement. They sent me the contract. This was Friday. They sent me the contract. I sent them the information about the LLC because we have registered FCF as an LLC. It's official. So I've sent all the information. They sent me back the contract and they were waiting for me to sign it. And me personally, when I do something, I'm on top of it. I do it right away. I don't postpone it. But I had something in my mind that kept me postponing it. And I've never actually signed that contract. And I was still like, thinking about it. I'm like, I'm not sure if I want to still do it. And I was looking at other projects getting listed on it. And yesterday, one of my friend that has a project, he messaged me and he's like, did you sign Bitmart? I'm like, no. He's like, be careful. We're going to sue them. They have promised us to be okay with tokenomics, but now we don't have tokenomics. They have promised us stuff and they're not respecting it. So I'm like, okay, I took a step back. I did not sign it. 5 hours later, boom, Bitmart gets hacked.
Hacked, yep. That's so wait a second. So you were going to, let me just kind of make sure I've got this right. You were going to sign with Bitmart. You had everything you needed to sign, but you didn't for whatever reason. Call it a Frenchie intuition, whatever you want to say. You had your spidey senses that told you maybe to hold off on it. You held off on it. Then they did get hacked, showing that your intuition might have been right this time. What's your plan now? Are you just going to say no thanks on Bitmart? Are you still going to go forward with them over time?
We're going to let the dust drop. Like right now, 10 minutes ago, I sent a daily Crypto Moonshot Top 1 post that I have to send the new title every day. I have to change it. And Bitmart was written in it. I had to remove it. We don't want to get associated to that scam, that hacking right now. It's not time to get that kind of attention. Yeah. So Bitmart will be dropped for the moment, and we will wait to see what happens with them. I have no idea if Bitmart will actually recover from that. It's 200 million that has been hacked.
It's big
Who's
money.
gonna trust them with their money now? I personally would not.
Well, overall, I always say, don't leave your money on exchanges anyway. You make your exchange and then you get out and put it in your own wallet that you own the keys for. But if somebody kept their money on Bitmart, which obviously they did to the tune of 200 million, it can be taken out if something goes wrong. So yeah, first of all, don't leave your money on an exchange. But two, yeah, you're right. People may not trust Bitmart after a huge hack like that because there's no guarantee that it might not happen again. So another thing that you said that I am in complete agreement with, and that's the idea of kind of stopping it with the mid-tier exchanges and just holding off for, KuCoin or something like that. That's a bigger exchange. I think on a bigger exchange like KuCoin, that's whenever you can get major volume. You can really get the volume that you would like to have on these bigger exchanges. Now, I'm sure it's costly to get on them, but if you're not spending the money on the mid-tier exchanges, maybe you can accrue the funds necessary to get on, these bigger exchanges. Is that kind of your idea, is to kind of save your money for something that's a little bit bigger?
That's exactly the idea. Bitmart was 50,000 for the listing alone. no marketing, and they wanted 70,000 at first. I had to negotiate them to 50, which was their floor price. So 50,000 only to get listed. You don't have any pre-marketing or post-marketing from the launch. I had to send them after that funds. I had to send 50,000 worth of FCF and 50,000 worth of USDT, so they could do market makers. A market maker, so that, I'm gonna explain it just in case someone doesn't know about it. Exchanges have a tool. It's called a market maker. They do trade themselves. They do buy and sell orders to create and manipulate volume on the exchange. So all the project, they look like it has action in it. So
right. So
I had to pay I had to pay over 150,000 for Bitmart, and they would had 50,000 worth of FCF and 50,000 worth of USDT. So if I did send that amount before the hack, the hackers would had 100,000 worth of FCF.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. And some people may be disappointed that you're not on Bitmart, but I don't think after this hack that you're going to have too much disappointment. It would just be too much of a risk, I think. And even before this conversation, I'm always of the belief that the mid-tier exchanges do you some good, but not as much good as what the bigger exchanges are. So if you're saving the money and not spending, and that's not a little amount of money, 50,000 plus the FCF that it took to send over, that it would take to send over there. That's not small money. And if you decided to hold off on some of those, I mean, look, you've spent money like that, 4 times in the last, month about. If you saved that money, you might be able to get into a KuCoin or something like that. That's a little bit bigger of a, exchange, and you'd get the volume that you're looking for and hopefully get the reflections and everything else like that you want as well. So even though this may be not what you were hoping for as far as you wanted one more exchange, in the end, much like having to do your own server, as we talked about at the FCF Pay server, in the end, it probably is going to work out for you. Are you counting your lucky stars? I feel like a lot of the moves you're making have been, while you thought they were bad at first, ended up being good for you.
I'm going to be honest with you. In life, it has always been like that for me. I don't know if I'm blessed or I have a guardian angel or something, but it always turned out to be the best when it comes to my decision. I don't want to sound cocky or anything, but that's how it has always been.
Hey, I mean, I think it's great that it's worked out for you. And now, let's say you are blessed. Let's say for some reason you are just smiled upon and good things happen to you. You're now doing a project where good things can happen to other people, and you're kind of spreading that blessing, if that makes any sense, that you're, if something is going well for you, you're now part of a project that it may be going well for other people too. And I think that's really great that it's not just something, if you are blessed like that, you're not just holding all of the blessings all for yourself. So one of the things I'm most excited about, and I'm excited about all of this. I mean, FCF Pay could be an absolute game changer in the whole space, but maybe this is just my little pigeon brain. I get excited about NFTs because they look really cool, and yours look really cool too. I think the French Fellas look amazing. What's the latest update on this? You've got the Discord server rocking pretty well. Matter of fact, maybe we should do our next AMA. Maybe we should do it on the Discord server and get people to come over there. Yeah. Maybe that's an idea where we can force people to kind of join over there. But yeah, anyway, what's the latest update with NFTs? I think they look great. Are we on time with those?
So all the males NFTs are done. All the females are done. 5 on 10 legendaries are done. The rest are gonna be done in the next 48 hours. So in the next 48 hours, the whole collection will be done. And there's something out the NFT collection that people are not aware of. The NFT artists that we have hired to do the graphics, to create the NFTs, is a world-renowned NFT creator. That person is on crypto.com at the moment.
Oh, wait a second. He's employed by crypto.com, or he's worked on projects for them?
He's featured by crypto.com.
Crypto.com.
If you go on crypto.com and you click on NFT, and you see the drops. Yeah, and you go on drops. French Fellas told me that yesterday. He was on it yesterday. I don't know if he's still on it at the moment.
Who knows? I'm going into it, and I don't want to necessarily miss anything.
I am on it. I'm looking for it.
Yeah. So now you're hear us look live. I see it's got top creators.
You see upcoming on Monday, December 06. You have that big banner on top when you go on NFTs.
Okay. I see upcoming, and let me scroll to the December 6th
Leader. The name is Leader of the Metaverse. Do you see it?
I do.
Click on View Drop.
Gotcha. And it's Samir.
This is our NFT artist. He is the person that created the whole FCF collection. I know I'm not telling you some marketing genius that you don't already know, but you need to shout this from the rooftops. I think we kept it secret because he's launching a project tomorrow. So we did not want to overmarket his own project.
Sure. But after that,
it's going to get pushed. And Samir has a big community behind him when it comes to the NFT world. He's going to be marketing it also. At first, I did not know that Samir was a big fish in the NFT world. If you go see his projects, they're amazing. He was asking for a very expensive fee to do the collection, way bigger than anyone else. But I had a good feeling about Samir, so I accepted that. Once again, my gut feeling was correct. And he never talked about all his other collection and that he was actually well known in the NFT world. We discovered it, me and French Fellas, later on.
That's, I just found his Twitter as well. And by the way, anybody that's listening, I'm at Voice of DeFi on Twitter, but he's at Samir Balak on there. And it's showing on his Twitter, you can see a lot of his work that he's done previously. And it's amazing. And it doesn't surprise me because I've seen the French Fellas or some of the preview ones, and those are amazing as well. This will be a great marketing angle for the French Fellas. So he's got all of them drawn, as you said earlier. Now you're just kind of waiting for, he's going to release this, and you'll be able to kind of market a full-on marketing onslaught, even using his name, correct?
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
Thing is, we don't need a lot of marketing when it comes to the NFT collection. We have 10,000 holders. We're going for 11. We only have 2,000 NFT. It's very scarce. We're still going to push it. We're still going to market it hard. We don't want to do anything halfway. So the marketing is going to be big on the NFT collection. I'm at the moment, I don't know if people would want to see one of the legendaries NFT. I don't know if DJ French Fellas would want me to share one, but for the legendaries, we have targeted celebrities, French bulldogs. One of them being Snoop Dogg. He has a French bulldog.
That is, I didn't realize that.
We have the Wolverine French bulldog, which is legendary. We have the Rocks. He has his French bulldog is called Hobbs. So we have Hobbs also. I have shared Hobbs this week. I don't know if I should share a part of Snoop Dogg's. Let's see what the group thinks. So if you want to see it, spam yes in the Telegram.
I like Paul. He's right on there.
Everyone wants to see it.
I've added my vote here. You can hear I hear the applause.
So I'm going to reveal the Rock legendary.
Moving on the dance floor.
So this is Hobbs.
That is awesome. That is so awesome.
This is the Rock's French bulldog. The exact same colors with the Rock physiques.
He's got his tats.
It got everything from The Rock. Whoever mints Hobbs gets $2,500 right away.
And then will The Rock want to buy it from them?
Maybe we are.
Maybe.
That's the goal.
Crypto Pastor says he personally knows Snoop Dogg. So there we go. You've got somebody in your community that may have you a connection in there. So,
who knows Snoop Dogg?
Crypto Pastor.
You're gonna be sending him Hobbs. If The Rock is like me and he loves his dog, he will want to buy it.
Well, you already said, you're going to want to buy yours. So this will be that's awesome. And I love your marketing angles. I don't know that I would have came up with that. Now, granted, I'm not a marketer, so no one would expect me to come up with it. But I like the idea because it looks like The Rock. I think if I saw that, I would say, oh, that's The Rock. If nothing else, from the tats that are on there, that's a good look. Yeah, I hope you don't get in trouble for posting it. I hope DJ French Fella isn't upset for you for posting it, but it's awesome. It looks really, really good. So
we're not going to get in trouble. I have another one. I gave you The Rock. Should I give you Snoop Dogg?
I think you have to. Yeah, I'm going to give you a drum roll. Let's do it.
So Snoop Dogg is not finished. I'm going to give you the preview of it.
Okay.
This is Snoop Dogg's French Bulldog.
Oh,
another legendary.
He's got on his LA Lakers colors, okay, because I know he's West Coast. Okay, yeah. He's got on his weed necklace. I don't know how you say that's not finished. That looks pretty finished to me.
We still have a lot of touch up to do, especially the background.
Okay, sure, on the background. I see the background isn't done yet, but if I'm an artist, I see that and I'm thinking, okay, done, because that looks awesome. He's got the cornrows. That is great. Yeah,
we have 9 more. I'm not going to be revealing them, but we have 9 more celebrities French Bulldogs.
You have 9 more. Okay, so you've told us 2. You told us
not 9. Sorry, we have 7 more. And
7
one
more.
is
Okay,
mine.
9 in total. Right. But you've given us The Rock and you've given us Snoop Dogg. So you're telling us there are 7 other ones that are in this same vein where almost you could guess them from seeing them. Just a suggestion, maybe whenever you get some of the other 7, you should release them and have people kind of guess who's associated with them, because it would have been a fun game here with Snoop to be like, who is the who is associated with this one? And I think people would have guessed Snoop. I know they would have guessed The Rock, but I think they would have had Snoop pretty easy on this one too. There's too many good clues.
I think
there.
The Rock too. I don't know. When I look at the French Bulldog, I see The Rock. I don't know if because I've seen it so many times, but he sure has the same position and all that.
Right. From the tats for sure, because I've seen The Rock enough where I know his tats, and he's got that kind of facial expression. Yeah. You could definitely pick that out as The Rock, and the same with Snoop. So yeah, be a fun little game to guess the other 7 as they come out. But yeah, I'm excited. Just as a review, can you go over the dates that you have penciled in for the NFT minting?
So we don't have a set date yet. Okay, I've been pushing DJ French Fellows, and I think I've been over pushing him. And I'm like, I want this to be minted before the 18. And he's more of the, like, how you say it. He wants everything to be perfect.
I get it.
He's like, we cannot rush things. I'm like, sure we can't. But initially we wanted the minting to be done on the 1st. So now I have an agreement with DJ French Fellas, and it's going to be done either next week or the week after.
Oh, okay. So we do have some. I did pry some information out of you, and that's next week or the week after. Okay, which is
before the 25th. We're testing the NFT contract at the moment. We want everything to go super smooth. We don't want to have like a failed launch. A lot of NFT projects, they rush in things, and when it comes time to mint, shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
Something doesn't work.
That's absolutely correct.
We don't want that. So we're going to be doing a lot of testing before the launch.
Okay. Yeah. And you're right. It does hit the fan, because if somebody just rushes it, and particularly with the contract, if something goes wrong with that, it makes the whole project just kind of implode on itself. So yeah, you want to get things right. And if that means not rushing it, then that's what it means. I think people are patient enough to be able to handle this, to be able to handle any kind of delays. But it also sounds like you kind of want to stay on a timetable too. So there's in between quality and getting it done in a reasonable amount of time. And yeah, you want to get it done in a reasonable amount of time, but it's got to be right. It's got to look right. So I know you're excited about this. I'm excited about it. And tell me this: if in the next week or two you're going to have the release, will you have the details too? Because I don't know that I've got a complete like minting price from you or anything like that. And I'm sure that the way Ethereum's moving up and down lately, you may not know. But will you have all details completely, put out on Telegram and on social media for every detail about it by that point?
So now we have a website. The website has been live, I think, for the past couple of days. It's FrenchFellas.com. You can go on it right now. This is where the minting is going to happen. You go on French Fellas. Yeah, FrenchFellas.com. I'm going to share it in Telegram also.
Yeah, please do. I want to say something while you're doing that is I was looking over the different French Fellas and, like the 4 that you have here on the website. And I saw the girl one. And I'll tell you a mistake I had in thinking just for a moment. I corrected myself as soon as I thought it. But I saw the girl one and I thought, that's not as cool as the guy ones with their guns and their weapons and their scowls. I hope I don't get a girl one. And then I thought, what are you thinking, Stephen? No, you want the girl one, right? I would want that one because I'd be able to breed. Right.
You want the female. You want to have as many females as you want. So we're going to get back to the females very soon. We have the website, FrenchFellas.com. You can go on it. When the minting is going to start, you're going to be able to just click push click mint. And then it's going to trigger your wallet. It's going to ask you to do the payment. The payment is going to be 0.08 Ethereum for the minting. The price might go down if Ethereum goes on a crazy bull run. We don't want people paying $1,000 to mint.
Right.
So if you are on the whitelist and we're doing daily giveaways, the whitelist means that you're going to be able to mint 2 NFTs 24 hours before the official launch. This guarantees you 2 NFTs because we have a lot of demand for it. If we launch and there's no whitelist, you might not even be able to mint one. So if you are on the whitelist, you're guaranteed.
Yeah, from there's, like you said, there's only 2,000, and so. Yeah, if it wasn't a whitelist, you may not get a chance at all. So I'll say that to anybody listening. If you're not on the whitelist yet, which many of you that are listening are obviously big fans of the whole project and therefore may be on the whitelist. But if you're not, I think on whenever they go after the whitelist for the regular sale, I think it'll go very, very fast. Just not financial advice, just my thoughts, mainly because they're so rare. There's only going to be 2,000.
So right now we have 340 whitelist members. We're going to go up to 600 whitelist members that are guaranteed 2 mints. So if they all mint 2, that's 1,200 NFTs that are off the market in the first pre-launch. And we haven't even marketed it yet. We're doing some basic marketing, like paid advertisement. We are trying to close the biggest page on Instagram for NFTs. It's called @NFT. They charge up to 50,000 just for one promo, and we're working on closing them. So that marketing is gonna go very strong on the NFT project. So I don't know if people are gonna be able to mint it. But if you really want one, you're gonna have to go on OpenSea after.
And here's what's amazing about this to me is, you have to go to OpenSea after. Exactly. All this advertising that you're doing is going to create some hype for a secondary market as well, which is what, everybody wants, is to have a really valuable secondary market. So yeah, this minting, and it makes those whitelist spots really, really, really valuable. So, if you see something that says, retweet this, do that to get a whitelist spot, not a bad idea to kind of look into what it would take to get you that whitelist spot. You want to be able to get this because these will be up for grabs. And I think there will be a lot of competition for them. So you want to make sure that you can do that. And it's kind of like a raffle ticket. If you just listen to what was just said about, say, the rocks, whoever gets that, legendary French fella can win a prize as well. What did you say? $2,500? I don't remember how much you said for the
rock. Yes. The 9 legendaries, it's 2,500.
Yeah.
Paid in USDT.
It's almost like a raffle into getting one of those too.
It is, and then you have the resale value of it.
Right. Let's say I got the rocks, right, and I got my $2,500, and then, and by the way, it's completely random. This is put on by smart contracts, so it's not somebody choosing you. It's just random. And so I got my $2,500, and then let's say the rock actually wanted to buy it. You never know how much somebody may pay for that. And not even the rock. There's a lot of well-to-do NFT collectors that may want something like this. So I think there could be a pretty hefty secondary market for this as well. And then let's say you get a female. Well, tell everybody what's so great if I get one of these girly looking ones that are don't have all their weapons and everything, because I think that might be even better.
The females, there's only 100 females, and they have a big use case. They can mate with up to 10 different males. And when they mate, they generate a baby Frenchie NFT. This will be the French Fellas second collection. And it's unique and exclusive to only those that have female Frenchie's offsprings. So one female with 10 males can make you 10 baby NFTs that are even more rare than the first collection because they can't be minted by no one. You get them for free with your collection.
So if I get a female, I can then, I guess I need to get a second male at that point, right, to breed.
Yes.
And then once I get those two, I can mint up to 10. And that's what your Gen 2 is going to be. That's what your Generation 2 is going to be, is from these females, right?
Exactly.
Oh, man.
That male, she sound like a hoe.
Yeah, but she limits herself to 10. Okay, so before we start calling her names, okay, if she did 11, that's whenever you cross the line. But 10, come on, give her a break. Okay. Yeah, she gets around a little bit. But hey, look at these studly guys, okay? Tell me you could turn down some of these dudes if you were her. I don't know what I'm even saying now. So anyway, yeah, it will be a lot of fun whenever we do have the mint. And congrats to you if you're able to get either a legendary or a female. And maybe you'd rather have the female because the female may be worth more than even some of these legendaries are, even with the prize money.
Well, if you have a female and a legendary and you made them, you're getting a legendary baby.
Can you, first of all, tell me this. Okay, let's say I get a female, right? And I've got a buddy that gets a legendary. Can somehow him and I get together? Well,
he's going to have to send it to you and trust you with it.
And trust me with it. Okay, I got you, because I got to be in the same wallet basically to breed.
Yeah,
they have to be in the same house to breed.
Wallet.
Yeah. You can't breed from two wallets. That makes sense. You got to be within the same place. So, okay. Well, somebody's going to try that, and I hope you do trust the other people. Don't do anything dumb. But yeah,
he's gonna run away with your Snoop Dogg.
That's exactly right. I'm gonna have a Snoop Dogg and send it to somebody else. Or they're gonna send me the female, which I doubt they would do that, because that would give me access to up to 10 more NFTs, which wow, that would be some serious money. But yeah, if you get a legendary and a female. Okay, we are live. All right, so we're back. Yeah, we had a little snafu there with technology. Yeah, we got rugged. So now we're back. I'm on Twitter Spaces a lot, and that's always the favorite terminology to use is our line got rugged. So yeah, now we're good to go. But yeah, so we were just talking about the female Frenchie NFTs and how good those could be. So you got the legendary, the female Frenchies, and then just the regular of the population. And this will all be great, all happening what you think is before the end of the year, which sounds like a lot of fun. I'm excited to be able to.
Before Christmas. Guaranteed before Christmas.
Okay, so I see I was giving you end of the year. I was trying to give you an extra week, but yeah, before
we
Christmas.
Won't need that.
Okay, good. Well, that's kind of...
You forgot to mention something.
Oh, let's hear it.
Gotti being the rarest NFT part.
Gotta mention Gotti because there's a big prize for that. You said $2,500 for, if you get like The Rock or Snoop Dogg. Tell us what we get if I happen to get Gotti.
$10,000.
There we go. $10,000. So if you get Gotti, you get $10,000, and then Gotti's still yours at that point once you get $10,000, right? That doesn't automatically go to you. Right. So then you might get another little message on Telegram. So you're going to be on Telegram and be like, yes, I got Gotti. Woo. Right. And then you're probably going to get a message from you. Am I correct?
I will. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's going to be from French Connected here. And he's going to be like, so
how much you want for it?
Right. What's it going to take to get Gotti out of your hands? Right. So not only might you win 10,000, you might win additional funds. And if you and French Connected here can come to an agreement, then maybe you can make that work. Maybe French Connection will pay you money for it and give you one of his random NFTs that he got that wasn't Gotti. Who knows? I'll let you guys work out the deal that you would have between there. But the point is there will be a trading going on. So Gotti, that's the most special one you can get to get kind of an instant win prize with that $10,000. So look for that one. And I know you're pretty excited to get that in your own hands because let's face it, the odds aren't with you that you're going to get that. And you're going to have to probably get it on the secondary market.
Well, I'm going to be minting 2 NFTs.
You're going to mint 2.
As I hope I get Gotti, I still hope I don't get it because people will think I cheated to get it.
That's exactly right. Yeah, they'll think you cheated to get it. But I think you're probably pretty safe. The odds are not ever in your favor. They're not on my side. Yeah, the odds aren't in your side. But you just told me you were blessed for in your favor. They're not on my side. If I'm going to really believe that if somehow you walk away with Gotti, that you're blessed. But I hope in this case you're not, because for the purposes of the optics of the project of not looking like you're trying to get away with something, I hope that somebody else gets it. I hope that I get it. Hope you and I can do our negotiations.
I hope you do, and you don't charge me an arm for it after.
Right. 100K. Somebody just said that they want to do that. Well, since somebody
I forgot to mention stuff. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No,
I don't know how I forgot about it. The ecosystem FCF Pay. We talked about FCF Pay at first. I forgot to mention that new feature that we added for FCF Pay. So FCF Pay is going to be buying into the LP of FCF, which raises the price of it. I have decided to add a new feature for FCF Pay. It's a burn mechanism, meaning every time FCF Pays buys into FCF, it's getting tokens. So not only we're going to have FCF Pay constant buying pressure, but every time he buys a token, it's going to the burn address.
Man, so you're covering both sides of, supply and demand here. On the supply side, now you've introduced, burning into it. So it'll kind of mess with that supply side of the equation. And then on the demand side, you're working on so many things to increase volume and to just make sure that, it's a good product that has good utility. which helps on the demand side. So yeah, it sounds like you're dealing with both supply and demand side. And I think that's good to be able to, because you really didn't have a burn mechanism or anything like that that you had said earlier. And I think this will probably help from that supply side. That way you're kind of hitting, basically basic economics from both sides. So good. When does this come into effect?
As soon as we launch it.
As soon as you launch. Okay. So as soon as FCF Pay is launched,
FCF will be buying into FCF Pay will be buying into FCF, and we will be burning the tokens it will be buying. So this makes FCF Pay more secure because it's not gonna be a wallet holding more FCF, because at some point FCF Pay will become the biggest wallet. So it's dangerous. It's gonna be burning it, which would make FCF price easily more than $1.
Right.
So people are always asking, can we reach $1? Well, now to reach $1, we need a 91 billion market cap. It's doable.
Hey. Yeah, I was about to say, don't think it couldn't happen.
Yeah, maybe in 5 years. But now with the burn, it takes way less market cap to reach $1.
For sure. It takes a lot less with a burn because you don't have the total supply that you had earlier. So yeah, that's good. I love these AMAs that we do, because not only do you give a lot of information, but you start giving even more information than even maybe at first expected. So this is good news. The burn will really help you out quite a bit. Well, I've asked a lot of questions. You've given a lot of information. Let's open it up a little bit. If anybody, I know we've had some people come on here and say, like, that female Frenchie's a hoe and all that kind of stuff. But if you actually have a question, there she is. If you actually have a question to ask that I didn't ask, or maybe a comment from something that we said before, go ahead and unmute that mic and let's hear from you.
Hey, I had a quick question for you. So, can the payment gateway, if you have a nonprofit business, and you're interested in using that payment gateway, can that also be used as a donation type payment, as opposed to like you're purchasing an item, but you can put it on your nonprofit and it can be used as a donation that people can donate a crypto for that particular organization?
Oh, wow. This question.
Great question.
Wow. I don't know if I want to give a hint about that. The answer is yes. You could use it for anything you want. But what he's just asked is linked to FCF World Connect.
Oh, he's jumping ahead in the script. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to say anything about it. I'm just going to say, yes, you could, but I'm not going to mention anything about World Connect. It's still too early to say anything about it.
Okay, but you've answered his question in that, will that be possible for a charity to be able to use FCF
it's going to be
and the answer is yes.
It's going to be used the way you want to use it.
Okay.
So whatever you want to do it for, you could. You can have it on your cell phone and be a landscaper in real life, cut some grass, and send the bill to the client, and he pays you through FCF Pay, and you can track everything with the dashboard. You have a receipt, you have everything. You could use it the way you want.
Okay. Understood. Yeah, that could be big.
A follow-up to that, just the last piece is the whitelist. Is there any opportunity to get on that still?
Whitelist, we have 300 something right now. We're going to 600. There's dailies giveaway on Discord. You have to join the Discord and see the announcement. But yes, you still have a lot of chances on getting on it.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right. Some good questions there. Yeah. If you have a chance to get on the whitelist, you should definitely see what you can do about it. So I appreciate any question that is about it, because there's probably other people that had that same question. All right. Any other questions in here about, or comments even, about what we've talked about today? Give everybody an opportunity.
This is DJ French Fellas. I just want to stop by and say real quick, on the Discord, we've made 2 new channels. One of them being how to buy, and another one being frequently asked questions. So I want everyone that has any questions about the NFT project to go on the Discord and check out those channels, because there's a lot of questions that are answered over there.
Awesome. I think that sounds great. I really want us to start getting a push to get some people over to the Discord, because there's a lot of good information that's over there. And I know a lot of good information goes here in Telegram. But the issue is with Telegram, of course, is it can get, if it's not pinned, or even if it is pinned, it just seems to get lost in the shuffle. So, you just want all of your users to be on both sides of Discord and Telegram. And so make sure you guys check out that Telegram, and especially those two channels that DJ French Fellas just said. All right. Do we have anybody else that wants to make a question, a comment, a remark about all the advancements that we've said today?
Hey, I have a question regarding saving up funds for these bigger exchanges. Do we have like a time frame as to how long that would maybe take?
I don't have a time frame because big exchanges don't work the same way as mid-tiers exchanges. The mid-tiers, all they want is the listing fees. I could create a new coin tomorrow and list it on it. They don't care about the project itself. They just want to make money by listing you and then selling you the marketing package they do. So Gate.io is going to be easier than KuCoin to get listed on it. Gate.io, I'm going to be doing the steps for listings when we get near 20,000 holders. At 20,000 holders, we're going to have a big leverage to get listed on Gate.io. They need to see that it has a big community and they can make volume, because what they want is daily volume coming from that token itself. That's how they make their money. So I could say a month. Well, 2 months is better because we're going to holidays. So 2-3 months should be easily doable.
And that is Gate.io. Is that kind of out of the bigger exchanges? Is that kind of the next one that's the next most obtainable? Okay.
After KuCoin, it's the biggest.
Okay. After KuCoin. Okay. Because KuCoin is huge.
It is.
And getting onto them would be amazing as well. But yeah, Gate.io would, that'd be a really good one to be a part of. So I think that's a great question about the timeline. Any other questions in here about whether it be exchanges or NFTs or FCF Pay or anything else?
Well, this is probably the 1,000th time that people are asking this, but how about the L-Bank and Hotbit dividends? Did you get it, Frenchie, already, or?
L-Bank, I'm getting the report tomorrow. So tomorrow's dividend from L-Bank. Hotbit, I still don't have the date. We have at least a week more to go.
Okay. Any idea how big the pot will be?
Thing is, with L-Bank, I see that their daily volume is about 70,000. I need to know how much of it is real volume, because they use market makers. They generate volume themselves. So I can't guess how much it's going to be.
Yeah, you always have to do a little guessing, or, you don't have to do guessing, but yeah, it's kind of guesswork. You don't have a for sure amount.
Yeah, and Hotbit is a lower volume too. Hotbit is okay. It's not great.
Yeah, well, everything more than zero is good for us.
Anything is good, but I'm really excited to see what is the real volume on L-Bank.
Yeah, I'll be excited to see that as well. Just to see kind of well, and also just the dividends that come from it, and all of it is good for the whole system. But yeah, as we kind of start getting, because I know early on you said kind of the way it would be done is, getting the amount at the end of the month and then distributing it over the next month. And yeah, so it'll be kind of interesting to see how that plays out.
Exactly.
Yep. Looking forward to it.
And the thing is also the buys. When someone buys on an L-Bank, they use the tax on the buy to give reflection and FCF to the holders on L-Bank. And when someone sells, it's in USDT, and that's the dividend that PancakeSwap holders get. So let's see what is the selling volume. Since the price have not been changing a lot on L-Bank, I think that a bit more than half of it is sales.
Sure. Well, and there was probably some arbitrage that was attempted to be done early on too.
There is that too.
Yeah, and that might have added to some volume as well. So, we'll just have to see. We'll have to see kind of in these next after you get that report, kind of what becomes of it. And I mean, it'll be good for the project rather than bad. So I think any extra volume that we get that were obtained through these other exchanges like LBank are good for the project. Any other questions?
I know we're having a lot of arbitrage though. LBank is generating a lot of arbitrage. I see it.
Oh, you've seen it, and you've seen people using it.
I see people buying on LBank, selling on PooCoin, and people buying on PooCoin and selling on LBank. Now our biggest source of arbitrage is FigX and LBank. Hotbit is not doing so much arbitrage, and Coinsbit is not doing at all arbitrage.
Gotcha. Interesting. I always think the ARB game is so interesting. I'm always scared to do it because I'm worried I'm gonna just lose money, especially with taxes and everything like that. It can make it kind of a tough game. But yeah, anybody that can do that, I'm always interested to see if they can do it successfully. All right. Any other questions in here that might be questions, comments, and if not, we'll kind of wrap this thing up.
Yeah, I got a question.
One more comment. Sorry. One more comment, guys. The prices are ridiculously low, so please fill your bags now.
Fill it.
Yes, fill it, please. Come on, people.
Do it. All right, Paul, you had a question as well.
It looks like if someone is not letting us break out, every time we have a breakout, someone has to sell on us. Let's hope that whoever is that person is almost out.
Right.
Let's hope so.
I don't know why he would keep us down.
Buy people, buy. Now is the time.
I think it's when we're gonna launch FCF Pay and the world sees that we actually have a product and it's a viable product. This is when we're gonna know a crazy run up.
Yeah. Hope so.
Yep. Really, Frenchie.
Paul, you had a question as well. Go for it.
Yeah. So once the date is announced for the NFTs to be minted, how long will we have to get our funds in?
Do you mean about the whitelist or the official launch?
The whitelist.
The whitelist is gonna last 24 hours.
Okay, so
that's the period of time that you're gonna have to mint. But we're gonna announce it before.
Yeah, how long before will we know of that start date for the start time?
At least I'd say a week.
Okay, cool.
So you're gonna have time to transfer Ethereum, yeah. And I think now Ethereum is fairly low.
Right. Give everybody a chance to, collect their Ethereum, and because sometimes you have to do that. You either have it in different wallets or you need to convert from something to ETH. And that'll give you a chance to collect it and just be ready to roll whenever the minting day comes.
Exactly.
All right. Any other questions before we kind of wrap up? I know French Connected had another appointment he needed to get to, but I want to give everybody a chance if you do have a question to ask. All right. Well,
I think we're done.
Yeah, it has been fantastic to be able to speak with you today. It's been great to be able to learn about FCF Pay, the exchanges, and of course the NFT projects. Like I said, I've got just a small brain that loves cool pictures, and I am excited about the French Fellas NFTs. So I got to get on that whitelist, and I got to get my 2 NFTs, and I want a female, and I want a legendary too. What a 1-2 punch that would be. So, all right, it has been fantastic to be able to learn everything from you. We'll definitely need to do this again. Like I said, maybe someday we'll do it over at Discord and try that out. But until then, let's do it again. And if any of you do have any further questions that you didn't want to ask, you could probably ask them here in the Telegram chat, and they'll be good to go.
Also, that video will be uploaded on YouTube, and maybe you could send it to me so I can put it in the announcement channel also for people asking for it.
Yep. Yeah, I'm glad you said that. Yeah, I will. We've got 2 audio files here. I'll go ahead and give you both raw audio files first, and then I'll work on getting it onto YouTube, and I will send you a link, and they'll be combined into one on there. So yeah, I'll get it, and everybody can hear it if you weren't able to hear it live.
Perfect.
All right, guys. Love you all. Love this project. Can't wait to see you next time. We'll see you.
Have a good one.
See you next time, guys.
See you guys.
Nice applause.